This is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen in my entire life. In this video, we will look at one of the most haunted places in the world, which is said to be so scary that no one dares to go there anymore. This place has been left abandoned for decades now, and it's not really all that safe. On top of all that, this place is home to an unknown creature that is said to have been terrorizing people for years. You might want to hold on to your things because this story is absolutely insane. All around us, we see beautiful creatures every day, some big and some small. Sometimes we come across animals that are very pretty to look at, but we don't dare touch them. We know that if we do, they will bite or scratch us. Other times we come across something we've never seen before, and we don't know what to think. In those moments, we should keep our cool and be careful until we find out what we're dealing with. Otherwise, we could end up getting seriously injured and even go blind in the process. If we take good care of animals, they can become our friends. But if we make them angry or feel threatened, they can attack us without any warning. It's especially true when we enter the forest or other wild places. Therefore, many people prefer staying away from such places. But if we're too careful, we could miss out on seeing some unique things. There are many incredible things hidden in nature, and the more we explore, the more we realize how little we know about this world. But we should also keep in mind that not everything is meant for humans to see. Some things are better off being hidden forever, and some animals would rather stay that way. When we force ourselves to see them, we'll only cause trouble for ourselves. For example, there was a case in Brazil where a man decided to enter the Amazon rainforest. He wanted to film animals for his YouTube channel. However, he didn't expect the wild boars to suddenly charge at him. He was very lucky to get away alive and learned an important lesson that day. If we don't respect nature, it will show us who's really in charge. So just imagine if someone decided to cross paths with an unknown creature in the middle of the cornfield. What would they do? Would they run away immediately? Or would they try to approach the animal to see what it was? Well, today we will look at a creepy video filmed by a guy in a cornfield. The man started filming a strange figure standing in the middle of the corn. It was very tall and thin and seemed to be made of straw. But as soon as the man approached the thing, it moved its hand and almost touched him. If the man hadn't run away, who knows what would have happened to him. After the video went viral, everyone was talking about it. Some believed it was a human in a costume, but that doesn't seem likely considering how realistic it looked and how quickly it reacted when the man approached it. Others believe that it could be a crazed fan or stalker. However, there is no evidence of this either. The most popular theory is that this is an unknown creature that lives in the cornfield. It's possible that it's some kind of scarecrow that the farmer made, but that doesn't explain how it moved on its own. The video was taken in Romania in 2007 by a young boy named Robert. He was walking through a cornfield when he saw a tall figure standing in the distance. He decided to walk closer to see what it was and took out his phone to record a video. At first, the thing didn't seem to pay any attention to him. However, when he got closer, it turned around and raised its arm. Robert got scared and started running, tripped over something and fell down, but luckily managed to get away. He later told reporters that he had no idea what the creature was. At first he thought it was a person, but it didn't seem real, so he decided to get closer. But as soon as he did, it moved. He admitted that he was a bit scared, but mostly confused. And if he hadn't run away, who knows what would have happened to him. Many believe that this is some kind of humanoid creature that lives in the cornfield. Others say that it could be a crazed fan or stalker. But that seems unlikely, since Robert is a simple country boy who doesn't know anyone who would want to stalk him. Some also believe that it could be a ghost. After all, ghosts like to appear in places where people often visit. But there is no evidence that any ghosts live in the cornfield. Also, a ghost would normally not react to a person like that. We may never know for sure what this creature is, but that doesn't stop people from sharing their theories. What do you think it is? Let us know in the comments. Robert never went back to that cornfield. Couldn't get the image of the creature out of his head. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw the tall, thin figure waving at him. He also felt guilty for running away because he never got to find out what it was. A while later, he sold his farm and moved to another town. He never spoke about the incident again. But one day a reporter found him and asked him if he would like to talk about the mysterious creature. Robert agreed, and that's how the video became popular online. Many people were fascinated by the story and wanted to find out more. They contacted Robert and asked him questions about the creature. But he didn't know much more than what he had already told the press. He said that he had no idea what it was and that he was just as scared as everyone else. However, he admitted that he had sometimes heard strange sounds coming from the cornfield, and one night he even saw a pair of glowing eyes watching him. This made him even more determined to move away. Some people were skeptical about Robert's story, thinking that it was all made up. But others believed him. They couldn't think of any other reasonable explanation for the video. After all, it's not like he would lie about something like this. In the end, it's up to each person to decide what they think about the video. Personally, I think that it's best not to go around spreading false information. If we don't know something for sure, we should just admit that. Some people like to scare others for fun, but this can lead to dangerous situations. People might believe the lies and end up getting hurt because of it. That's why it's important to be careful about what we share online. No one should have to get hurt because of someone else's prank. There are many other similar videos on the internet, but unfortunately, they are all fake. Most of them are just people trying to get views on YouTube. They dress up as scary creatures and film themselves in the woods, but it's obvious that these videos are fake. That's why they haven't gone viral. However, Robert's video is different. There is no evidence that it's fake, and that's what makes it so fascinating. Robert could have easily made up the story, but he didn't. He knew that people would ask him questions and try to find out more, but he didn't seem to mind. He was just happy to finally get his story out there. There are many other videos like this on the internet, but unfortunately, they are all fake. Most of them are just people trying to get views on YouTube. They dress up as scary creatures and film themselves in the woods. But it's obvious that these videos are fake. That's why they haven't gone viral. However, Robert's video is different. There is no evidence that it's fake. That's what makes it so fascinating. Robert could have easily made up the story, but he didn't. He knew that people would ask him questions and try to find out more, but he didn't seem to mind. He was just happy to finally get his story out there. Now it's time to make a decision. Do you believe Robert's story, or do you think that the video is fake? Let us know in the comments.